Okay, so there are some people who still have not turned this in, which is fine because this one is actually not for a grade that asks a lot of questions. It's not going to be going into the next grading cycle. However, it does really help you with the inquiry project that is due, I believe, on May 3rd. Let me just double check the date. Yes, it will be due on May 3rd. So, what I want you to do is start filling it out. So ask a lot of questions. Name, let's just say this is me. And I know that it does this weird thing where it turns everything. I just delete the extra lines. So my topic I'm going to choose is something that I deal with in my own household, right? This is something that I want to figure more out about, something that is going to interest you. So my topic is going to be about lights. And my question is going to be, and I'm actually just going to delete that right now. My question is going to be, why is it, sorry, there's a lot of noise going on, important to turn off the lights when you leave the room? And on this section, you could have this, or it could say something about 3 questions. What I want you to do is actually just write 3 different questions that's going to support this inquiry question right here. So I did kind of think of something before I started typing just because I didn't want to take up a whole bunch of time with my thinking process while recording. So my questions are going to be, are LED bulbs really better? My next question is, how much electricity, sorry about that, how much electricity can turning off lights save? And then my last question is, are there other benefits besides saving energy? So that's it. I'm done. I just want a topic, my inquiry question, and then 3 supporting questions. Once you're done with this part, all you do in Google Classroom is turn it in. All right, so now that I'm done with that section, I'm going to come over to the inquiry-based project journey. So we have different types, right? I know that this looks very long, but again, you just go through each section at a time. So my topic was lights. My question that I was focusing on is, why is it important to turn off the lights when you leave a room? And then for my learning journey stop, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my first question. So, are LED bulbs really better? Now, what I do is for research, I'm going to open up another tab, and here I'm going to type in that question again. Oops, LED. So I'm going to scroll down, and this looks interesting to me already because usually it's going to be one of the first ones. So I'm going to say that I want to look at this site right here. Let's say I find something super interesting on here and I'm going to research it. But what I want to do is I want to come to this search engine right here and press Control C and then go back over here. And in my source area, I'm going to press Control V. And that means that now if I close this out, I can click on this link and I can go to the exact site that I was researching. So this is very important. You can even do this before you start filling this other stuff out. All right, so you would find your research, put it here. Then you put it into your own words. That means just rephrase it. Say whatever you want to say that makes the research a little bit easier. And then you're done with that section. Your second question will go here. You do the same exact thing as you did for Learning Journey Stop number 1. And then again for Learning Journey Stop number 3, same thing. So next you move on to sorting out. Sorting out, you have connections. These are going to be connections that you found within the different sites that you looked at. Similarities, what did you find that was the same in the sites that you looked at? And then differences, was there anything that was actually different in what you researched? At first you are thinking what about your research? What did you think? What did you consider? What were your original thoughts? Then while you were researching, you learned what? And then now that you're done researching, what do you know? What do you think? How do you feel? Once you're done with that, you're going to confer. You can get with someone who is in your class, in one of your other classes, any of your friends, any of your family members, as long as it's not a younger sibling. Anyone who can actually read your paper and tell you what they liked about it, if they had any questions or suggestions. When you're all done with that, then you can talk to me about this. I can even go on and look and I can fill this section out for you and then just tell you that you're good to go and you're ready to move on to the next thing. Okay, so your next section would be taking action. You're going to look at the choice board and pick any one of these. It doesn't matter which one you want to do, but it has to be one. So you will fill this out and just list your top 3, but you will pick your top choice from that. So you're like, oh, I really would think that a commercial would be good, but I also like comic strips and a podcast would seem really cool. So you list them and then you have to think like, okay, what is actually feasible for me to do? What do I believe that I can actually do? And then you're going to circle it, star it, or highlight it. And then you answer the rest of the questions. Which steps you're going to take to make sure that your project is complete. This is something that's just going to help you. What else do you need to do to help you get through this process? Because this paper portion is due by the end of the week on Sunday, which is the 26th. And here's some other technology support sites, anything that you could use, iMovie. This is something to make comics. You have a podcast thing right here. So these are a whole bunch of great free resources for you guys. Hopefully you can figure something out. But of course, if you have any questions, please let me know and I will gladly help you. Hope this helped. Thank you.